This is the trade I took yesterday, which was my second loss in a row with my evals, so they're all gone. They're gone, baby. It was a loss. Um, Honestly, this trade looks really nice on NQ. We take it to the 1 minute. What have we done all session? We have reacted off this 15-minute gap. We've swept this 15-minute intermediate low. We had a good reaction down. And in doing so, we created a 5-minute gap. Look at all this liquidity here, stacked liquidity. And I'm hoping this 5-minute, I've also got accumulation here. I'm hoping this 5-minute will send us lower. That we have. Let's draw it out. So what happens? We manipulate once into the 5-minute, get a fake out, come deeper into the 5-minute, and I'm thinking, oh, okay, this is not gonna play out. Don't really care. Then we get an S&T inside this 5-minute gap. Really strong distribution. And this closed over a 3-minute gap. There was also a 4-minute gap, which I should have waited for, which had, what time was this? Oh, maybe that wasn't the close. Yeah, it had 3 minutes left, so I was thinking, look at this distribution, or these lows here. I'm thinking, yeah, it's going to go. And it did go. Reactive off that 3-minute inverse, came down, which was really nice. I was really confident about this trade. Realistically, I probably shouldn't have put my TP all the way down here. But it was an eval, and that would basically passed it for me. So I probably trade a bit different as I would usually. A 1-to-1 would be here. We've come up, reacted from this 3-minute inverse, and then we've come back down. I probably wouldn't want to see price come up again, so that would probably be the best break-even point. Looking back at it, so accumulation, manipulation, distribution. With respect to the 5-minute, we're very close to inversing this 5-minute. I was like, okay, I'm not taking this trade. But we respect it. We come down. We inverse the 3-minute. Inversing this 1-minute down here, and I'm thinking, yep, this trade's going to work out. Look how low we come. And on the 4-minute, I'm like, okay, I'm glad I front run that gap. There's no way we're going to not respect this 4-minute. But what do? Not respect the 4-minute. Or I know we do reverse it actually. And then we just come up. But why did we come up here? Why did this great trade not work out? Because that, honestly, it looks perfect on NQ. Why did it not work? Because we have ES, which is low probability all the way up here. How many fake outs do we have? 1, 2, 3. And the fourth, we have the S&T. We had S&Ts all down here. I just wasn't realizing that this high was definitely going to be taken. And on ES, we had this external high that also looked like it's been taken. We also had this 50. I don't like when prices like this. We didn't have this 15-minute gap on NQ. Really strong reaction. Rejection wick. We've come into the rejection wick, come out of it. Didn't have a 5 minutes to inverse at all. Inverse a 3-minute, and ultimately I'm clinging on to the fact here that there's a rejection wick here, right? There's a rejection wick from this high. Then I'm just ignoring the fact there's an even better rejection wick right here. And that the context for ES is that we're probably going to go away and take this high and probably this high. We are doing it slowly, but I mean, yeah. It was an okay trade if you looked at. It was a really good trade if you looked at NQ, but you've got to take ES into context, which is why this trade didn't work out. But there was no other bet. This was the best trade of the day, in my opinion. Maybe also, actually, no, it was the second best trade of the day. But yeah, ES ended up coming up taking this high, both these highs, and then we end up losing this trade, which is unfortunate because it's very close to our break-even point. But what can you do? But now we learn that this is a clear fake out. ES wanted these highs, and we did end up absolutely full front dropping through these my targets here later in the day. The best trade of the day, probably. Might be biased in saying that because it actually worked out. Was this 1 minute? Actually, no, it wasn't. It wasn't even a good trade. There's a 2 minute Met model as well, unfilled 5 minute here. Though. If you look at this close, I mean, it's good. It has closed over, right? This 2 minute here, this short. I'm talking about. You probably don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, that's clearer. And there's an unfilled 5 minute at this line here. We'll see what works out. I think Patty took it. But for me, in the moment, I'm thinking, do I take this 1 minute? If there was a change of say delivery, I might have taken that 1 minute front running the 2 minute. However, we did just close this out. I didn't want to take this 2 minute. The rejection on this wick was crazy, but it ended up working out. I cannot believe this didn't get taken out. I was certain on it, but you don't really learn. 2 hours in the week, which is so over 3 weeks we're literally break even, which is kind of okay because I didn't really trade the first 2 weeks, but I still won two. So over 3 weeks we're breaking even. I feel like we're still in the break even phase, which is annoying. I know I'm not going to lose 4 trades in a row, but we just need to find that extra edge that we have in back testing and put it into live trading. But I think it's just time in the market. Experience live trading. I mean, we've only been doing it like 10 months now, so I'm sure it'll come. All right, taking 1 trade a day is easy now. It used to be really hard. Taking no trades is really easy as well. So psychology for me is good, but just execution is still not perfect, but we can get there. We can understand, we can recap, and we can put in more effort back testing. Yeah, we will get there. I'm honest about my losses. I lost 3 accounts, 3 evals, $100 down the drain. We've got 3 more now, 3 fresh ones. Didn't take a trade today, but you've got to risk high. Was what I found with evals anyway. So yeah, on to the next.